was up the other night, kind of late, and I don't even know how I ran across Dodash because I haven't been watching her videos lately. Her videos just haven't been really popping up much in my feed, but I saw a video she made that said that I forgot the title, was something like, I'm breaking my lease and about to live in my car. Now, for those of you who don't know Dodash rose to YouTube fame about a year ago or so. And when I say rose to, I mean, I think now she's at 80 something thousand subscribers on YouTube. She rose to YouTube fame by telling people that they should leave their 9-to-5 jobs and do YouTube full time. So she was motivating the masses with this message. Lo and behold, Dodash, because another thing she was doing, because I have a couple of videos about her, so you can check those videos out. She was also flashing how much money she was making. So she was letting people know, I'm making $9,000 here. I'm making $11,000 here. This month I made $8,000. And I think that those numbers were probably true at that time because she was going viral. What happened, which is what happens to most of us who go viral, myself included, is that her views started to die down. Then she herself had to go get a 9-to-5, or I don't know about a 9-to-5, but she had to go get a job outside of YouTube. She tends to be pretty open as far as sharing that information with her viewers. She has been open about now working at Amazon. So I did see that. I saw that she was working at Amazon. As of late, she has been saying that she doesn't want to spend her money on rent anymore. Not that she can't spend her money on rent, but that she doesn't want to. And she is choosing to live in her car. Now, as she delivers this message, she also is dry begging a little bit because she's also coupling that message with telling people that it's her birthday and, woe is her. She's going to have to spend her birthday in her car. And you can kind of get the sense that ideally she wants you to say, oh, I feel so sorry for you. Let me have your Cash App link. Letting people know that, she doesn't have a lot of money and da-da-da-da, right? The things that people did not sign up for when they subscribed to her channel. They did not sign up for that. But she's able to maintain an audience because people love drama. People love drama. So the idea of this YouTuber with almost 100,000, subscribers, almost a silver play button, this YouTuber who everybody was talking about at one point, the idea of her now living in her car, choosing to live in her car, but living in her car. And everybody flooding her comment section, giving her advice, telling her what to do. Try this, try that. Make sure you put the curtains over the windows if you're sleeping in your car. And I see this and I'm like, I don't believe any of this. I think that she's literally I think Dodash is in the parking lot of her apartment complex, in her car, yes, sleeping in her car for the duration of the time that she's filming that video, right? Laying down in her car as she films the video. But I believe that Dodash turns off the camera and goes inside her apartment because I do not believe she broke her lease. And again, I think this is another way that she's trying to elicit sympathy from her audience. Trying to get views because people are going to watch that. I mean, it's interesting to see someone choose to do something like that. But she's trying to get views, obviously. And also the hope is that she probably also gets money from her audience who's going to feel sorry for her because she's living in her car. I am not a medical clinician. I'm not a doctor. I'm not anything like that. I have no authority to diagnose anybody. But what I am going to say is you have to understand, as I said earlier, there are no guardrails on this whole YouTube, social media, internet thing. And also the barrier to entry is low. is low. And that means anybody can do this. And anybody who can communicate well and be consistent, make themselves seem trustworthy, can convince people that they're serious, they're for real, that what they're going through and what they're showing you is the real deal, even if it's not. So we have to be careful with what we consume, what we believe, what we are donating to people. My hope is that if you're giving someone money, the person is being honest about what they're going to use the money for. Another person is Dontay London. And again, I can't remember if I actually went to his page, because Dontay London and Dodash both kind of were on the come up around a very similar time right here on YouTube. Dontay London, I believe, has probably 70 something thousand subscribers. He also is another one that, just basic videos that he probably films with his phone, and he blew up. He was talking about YouTube on easy mode when everybody was talking about that. Since that time, we learned that there is no such thing as YouTube on easy mode. YouTube is a lot of work for most people who do this thing for a decent amount of time. And Dontay has been open about lying. I mean, he's come out and he's made videos and shared with his audience that he had to lie to get views, or he had to, do things and say things for views. I think he even admitted to getting hired and then getting fired at a job just for views. But I was very disturbed at the latest thing that Dontay is doing for views.
I built my entire channel off controversy, even though it was controversy within my own life. It still drew a lot of, negative engagement, negative attention, because I just did not care about what people thought about me or about a lot of the things that I posted on my channel. But unfortunately, that's how the internet works. If y'all don't know nothing about YouTube, I've been here 6 years. The only thing that has ever worked for me on this platform is controversial content, drama, things that makes people talk, that makes people react, that makes people feel some type of strong emotion, whether it's love, whether it's hate. I did a really good job with doing that. That's how I built my entire brand. Unfortunately, with that type of attention, yes, there's a lot of money. I made a lot of money here, but it comes with a big price when you build your channel off controversy, and that's the hate and the constant, exposing videos being made and things like that. But if you ask me, was it worth it? Yes, every little bit of it. I ain't gonna lie. I made great money here on YouTube. I'm going through a divorce right now, for anybody who may not know me. And while I'm still in the process of getting divorced, I got into another relationship and I put it on my YouTube channel, which was wrong, okay? I did it because I was hurt at some of the things that happened in my marriage. I was very angry, I was very upset, and it's not fair to my current girlfriend that I put her publicly on my channel while I'm in the middle of a divorce. But I know that she supports me and supports my channel, and she just wants to be there for me. But it's not right that I put her in this position, and I should have kept it private. Obviously moving on when you're not fully divorced is already not a good thing to do, okay? But especially putting it online publicly for people to see, that's not right. But I did it because I was angry, I was upset, I was hurt about a lot of things that happened in my marriage, and it was wrong, okay?
And I was shocked to see him make a video about divorcing his wife, who seemed extremely supportive to him and his antics and his YouTube career and everything like that. But he did make a video saying that he divorced his wife. And I was even more shocked to see his thumbnail YouTube picture with another woman in the thumbnail. And then to go to his page and see all these new videos. He has all these new videos with this new woman. Mind you, he just got married. Like, was it even a year? I think it was probably even less than a year ago. So he's moving very quickly. And again, I don't have the authority to diagnose anybody. But I do have the authority to say that this is weird. This is not healthy. And even if, obviously this, you can say, well, Naka, that's his personal life. He can divorce who he wants and date who he wants, which is true. But the optics look crazy. And the fact that he's showing us this in real time is like, even if you're doing that, at least make yourself look more credible and not show that you're doing that because, sir. And he turned off his comment section. You're right, because he was getting a lot of hate, a lot of criticism from his audience. So he turned off his comment section, which I think is that's one of the things that makes making videos fun is as a creator, you want the comments to come in. You want people to build whatever they're doing, whether they're building community in the comments, whether they're just getting to hear other people's perspectives. So he cut off his comment section. So now you can't comment on any of his new videos. And I think because he knows that what he's doing is weird, right? Like you literally, what is it? Like, it's like build a wife. It's like you had a wife who seemed extremely supportive. Not that she was perfect. And then all of a sudden, like a month later, you just have a whole new woman who you're posting with constantly. And it kind of looks like some of his thumbnails, he's kissing the new woman. And a lot of that seems like he's trying to kind of get back at his previous wife, trying to, whatever the opposite of love bomb, hate bomb her. And it's sad, right? Because it's almost like he's trying to publicly humiliate her where he's actually humiliating himself. Because at one point I was a fan of his and I was, like, wow, look at his channel growing. I mean, he, at the time, I think when I discovered him, he was around 70K subscribers. Obviously I have a small channel, so I'm always looking up. I'm always looking at who can I look up to, who's ahead of me. What are they doing that I'm not doing? How can I, improve what I'm doing? And to see both of these people, Dodash and Dontay London, fall from grace so quickly and so recklessly, it's sad. And this video is not to shame either of them. That's not why I'm making this video, is to shame them. It is to open up the conversation about the fact that mental health, mental illness, narcissism, all that is real. And all that shows up on YouTube, on social media, on the internet. If you are away how you are in real life, the things that you do, the antics, the shenanigans, you can bring that stuff online to your community, to your followers and your subscribers. And I think we need to be very critical about who we watch, what we consume, what we believe. And I'm sure I'm preaching to the choir right now. You guys are like, well, duh, Naka, we are, But from looking in the comment section of Dodash's video, I'm not sure that we're that critical and that careful because a lot of her folks are believing her. And I'm just looking at the comments like, this is insane that I'm waiting for somebody to say, ma'am, stop lying. We know you're not living in your car. And again, even if she is living in her car, it's the way she's going about it, right? The dry begging. Okay, so even if you're living in your car and you're choosing to do that, that's your choice. But you should be making videos about the stuff that your folks subscribe for. And even if folks did subscribe to see your personal life, man, we're not stupid. We can tell that you're dry begging. It's just a turnoff, right? So, yeah, this is what's going on. Okay, this is what's been going on. And I wanted to share this. The last thing I was thinking about making a video in the spirit of mental health and mental illness about Maia Campbell. Maia Campbell has been very vocal lately within the media space. She's been coming out, speaking out about her experience having bipolar and being on drugs. And not only being on drugs, but at her lowest point, when she had missing teeth and everything, being filmed like that, in that state. And I think that's what's interesting about all this is with social media, because the guardrails are so loose, perhaps not even there at times, it's so easy for not only for people to exploit themselves, like what I believe Dodash and Dontay London are doing, but also for people to be exploited.
Start rapping. Oops.
Come on, man. Be serious, man.
Nah, man. I don't know. Leave me alone.
All right. Don't scream. Relax. Calm down. Be serious. So you don't want him to get in touch with you?
I want him to do a benefit concert. I don't want nobody to see
But to
my
do that, he gotta get in touch with you. How is he gonna do that?
To Daryl Cole
So
or ChuckyMonster@yahoo.com, or you have my mom's number. That's 3. But
So-
that's just for you.
You sure he has your mom's number?
I think he just got it. Yeah.
And I think that Maia Campbell, in my opinion, was exploited because she was some years ago being filmed at her lowest point. Again, when she was clearly, high or, whatever she was. And she admits, I mean, this is not a secret. I mean, she's been kind of talking about, being addicted to some drug. I don't think she said the drug, but people like seeing people fall. And Maia was incredibly beautiful. Arguably one of the most beautiful and also classy young ladies of our time. And to see how she went from that to, again, and this is by way of having a mental illness like bipolar. She was on a Iyanla Vanzant's Fix My Life show. She lost custody of her daughter, again, on drugs. And throughout that time, people were here and there filming her and putting it on the internet. So this video is not to make fun of anybody who's struggling, whether you are really living in your car or not, whether you have a mental illness or, in Dontay London's case, it seems narcissistic, what's going on with him, whatever it is. People have said that they think Dontay London is struggling with maybe ADHD and different things. Again, we can't diagnose these folks, but I think we also know when something is off, right? So I say all that to say that there's a fine line between entertainment and exploitation. A fine line between entertainment and exploitation. And I can't act like I figured it all out either, right? Obviously, I make videos. I try not to exploit people because I use things that already exist out when I'm out and about. I don't go and record people, and put it on the internet. Now, of course, if something exists on the internet already, I will show the clip if I feel comfortable, but I don't believe in, again, recording people without their permission or sitting here talking about people that I know and telling their business. Like, I try not to do it, but this content thing can get messy. And I think what we're seeing, if we want to go talk about Anton Daniels and Corey Holcomb, we see how messy it can get. Some people become bamboozled by the consistency. So the idea is that if somebody is consistently showing up, making videos, that is already going to give them an appearance of being credible because they keep showing up. Now, they could be showing up and grifting. They could be showing up and harming people. They could be showing up and, doing a lot of things that are not necessarily good. But because they're showing up, it's like the perception is that this person is there for me. Every time I open the app, they're there, telling their story, being vulnerable. And whole time this person is scamming, is grifting, is harming, right? Let me know what you think about this. Have you been following what's going on with Dodash? Have you been following what's been going on with Dontay London? What are your thoughts about Maia Campbell and, you know, what she's come out with lately? Again, this is a Curated Legacy Podcast. I'll be honest, I'm not as consistent with these podcast episodes as I would like to be, but when I have something to say related to media-related topics, I will be here talking about it. My next podcast video, I do want to talk about share what's been going on with Sherry Shepherd, the cancellation of her show, and also the alleged cancellation of the Jennifer Hudson show. So I have some thoughts about Jennifer Hudson and her show. Yeah. So I won't promote all my things as I typically do, but please leave your thoughts, like, share, and subscribe. Go into the description box, you guys. I am a YouTube coach. I offer coaching and consulting for those that want to get started on YouTube and grow their own channels, become monetized. And I will not teach you how to lie or grift, but I will teach you the strategies that you need to succeed on YouTube. For me, it's been 3.5 years. Okay, it'll be 4 years of consistently making videos this summer. In July, it'll be 4 years. So stay tuned for more videos.